So we are passed out here. There's Jeriah. We're behind a Sportsman's Warehouse. There's Jeriah's bike. There's Dusty again. We're gonna take a nap. We have been at it now for 14 hours. And we got 5 hours of sleep last night. We're gonna sleep for 45 minutes or so. And then we're gonna hit the road again. So, see you then.
Alright guys, just wanted to drop in for a few seconds here. Had a pretty exciting thing happen. We're cruising through Wyoming right now and it is dark. And Jeriah was right behind me. He was following a lot closer than he is now. He's back there pretty good ways now. And all of a sudden, 3 mule deer bucks were crossing the road in front of me. There was a gap. The main one was coming right across, I mean straight in front of me. And I was doing 80, which is the speed limit here. And I just hit the brakes, and subconsciously something told me not to swerve to the right to miss him, but that I had to just brake in a straight line. And I didn't think it out, but as I got slowed down, I just barely missed him. I got slowed down to about 40 and he squeaked past me, and Jeriah came shooting up past me. Jeriah was on his brakes hard, but he hadn't seen the deer as fast as I had because I was up front. So if I'd cut over in front of Jeriah, it could have been disastrous. Those subconscious promptings like that, man, I believe that's how God speaks to us. And part of the way that God will protect us if we ask Him to. And so I want to take a moment and thank God for the protection tonight. This is a long ride. It can be dangerous. I feel good now after having a nap. I feel solid mentally. I'm not falling asleep or anything. But it can be dangerous when you're riding for as long as we have been. Okay, I don't know if you can see my odometer. 15,999. About to clock over to 16,000 miles. There it is. 16,000 miles, y'all. This old girl's got about another 240,000 miles left in her, I think. There are several guys out there on their victories that have 250,000+ original miles with no engine work. It's just absolutely incredible, the engineering in these bikes. Anyway, so when you're riding a long ride like this, when you're on the road for as long as we have been, we left Libby 17 hours ago. In 15 minutes it'll be 17 hours ago. And we got a 45-minute nap. But other than that, we have really had no breaks. We stopped for lunch and we stopped at Qdoba for dinner. So that is a really long day, and especially for the kind of exertion, fighting 80-mile-an-hour winds, 85-mile-an-hour winds all day, fighting the stress that cold puts on your body. The first 3 hours this morning I was really cold, and then going from that to 90+ degree heat, just baking in the sun down the road. And most people don't realize this, but I found out recently that wind chill, the same factor applies for heat. So once it gets above a certain temperature, if you're moving into the wind and if you're riding at a higher speed, it'll actually heat you up faster than just sitting still. So it's like reverse wind chill. It's pretty wild. So all of that combined makes for an exhausting day, and no, I'm not 100% right now. I feel like I'm about 80%, honestly. I feel good still. We've got several hundred miles to go, and we're both fine. If it gets to the point where it's dangerous, we'll just pull over. But we're both solid, but still, that's when we do everything in our power to be observant and mindful and trust God to protect us. And thank you, Lord, for your protection tonight. We just fueled up in a little town called Glen Rock, Wyoming. Jeriah's bike has a range of about 100 miles. About 100 miles his reserve tank comes on, and it's a little disconcerting to be riding around with your reserve tank because you're not totally sure how far you can go on it. And my headlight on this bike is awesome. It's actually better than the headlights on my Mustang. They're pretty bad. This is way better, honestly. So we have ridden today. Is it still today or is it tomorrow? In 6 minutes it'll be tomorrow. We have ridden today 876 miles. So we are 124 miles from having earned the Iron Butt certification. Getting fuel is kind of a challenge out here in Wyoming. The last 2 fuel stops, the gas stations were closed. We still filled up, but we couldn't go inside to use the bathroom or get water or anything. So Jeriah has a big water bottle. I got a little one. He gave me some of his water 2 stops ago, like 160 miles ago, and that's kept us going so far. We're feeling good. We're feeling strong. Probably what we'll do is get the Saddle Sore 1000 completed, and we're considering something crazy, which is the next Iron Butt ride. The Saddle Sore 1000 is the entry-level ride. The next ride up is what they call the BUN Burner Silver, which is to ride 1,500 miles in 36 hours or less. So we would have to put down 500 miles past Cheyenne by 5:20 tomorrow evening in order to get them. And I think it's very doable. We won't get much sleep tonight if we do that, but we're so close. We're 2/3 of the way there. We can make it through Denver tonight because we don't want to fight the traffic in the morning. Denver has horrible traffic. And I don't know. I don't know how far Albuquerque is exactly, but it'd be awesome to go to Albuquerque because there's a truck stop there. The TA Truck Stop, Travel Centers of America in Albuquerque, has a barber upstairs. A barber shop is upstairs, and it's this Mexican guy that just gives incredible haircuts. Best haircut of my life I got at that truck stop a long time ago, before I was even, before Anna and I's wedding. So very, very excited about getting back there again. I'm going to probably chop off a lot of my beard, have him shorten up the beard because it's doing some really wild things on the road right now. I'm thinking about that old George Strait song, "If I Hurry, I Can Still Make Cheyenne." It's a good song. It's one of those that, man, you really feel it. You really feel it in your soul. Alright, well, I just hit 16,103 miles, so that means we've gone 883 miles. We left at 15,200 this morning, or 15,220 exactly. So that was the official start of our ride. So it was 15,215 when I left the house. But the ride doesn't start until you get your first fuel receipt with a timestamp on it. And that is the official starting point of your ride, mileage and time-wise. So we're going to keep on rolling here, and I'll be back in a bit. We're feeling great. Well, at least I am. I can't speak for Jeriah. But one quick thing I want to add is Lexington Moto sent us some of their Bluetooth intercom sets, Anna and I. And I am super impressed. They advertise a battery life of 12 hours. You can listen to music, you can make phone calls. It has a speaker system that wires into the helmet and a microphone so that you can talk, have phone calls, listen to music. Or if the other headset is in, within a quarter mile of you, you can have intercom between the two riders. Anna's headset is in Libby. She's not on this ride, so I was just listening to music and making phone calls all day. And their advertised battery life is 12 hours. And I got 17 hours and 23 minutes of battery life. It was exactly 807 miles, I believe, before that thing died. So I've got it charging in my saddlebag right now. And that way I can throw it back on at the next fuel stop. It charges up to about 50% within an hour. 50 to 75%. They charge really quickly. So just an awesome Bluetooth intercom system from Lexington Moto. I'm kind of in that state of shock now. Not shock, but just kind of overdrive where I feel a bit impervious to the elements and to the ravages of time right now. We'll be back a little bit later.